and on the couch with us, I have 4 lovely ladies here with me. This is Grace, and she is with the High Country Women's Fund. And on the other end down here, we have Kathy, and she is with the Appalachian Women's Fund. And I'm going to let them introduce their special guest today.
Thank you, Carrie, once again for having us in your show. I'm very honored and pleased to have with us today Kay McCloskey. She is now my co-chair, as we announce with our news today, but she's been the Appalachian Women's Fund chair. And then we have Karen Sabo, who has been here in our community working very importantly, and we'll have some news to share about her as well. And of course, Kathy Williamson.
Yes.
So you may want to say something, Kathy?
Well, the reason we're all here today, I realize this is a great big bunch of people on your sofa. This is out of the ordinary, but for many years, we have been really blessed to have 2 fabulous women's funds in this area. And both have done tremendous work, the High Country Women's Fund and the Appalachian Women's Fund. You know, impressive numbers, impressive results, lots of great community support. And what we have found is that we are going to be better able to serve the needs of disenfranchised, underserved women and girls in this area if we unite. So today we are announcing that we are now no longer 2 separate women's funds, and we are the Women's Fund of the Blue Ridge.
It really is and very exciting for all of us. It's been in the works now for about 9 months, and you know, the High Country Women's Fund has been has been working under the High Country United Way, and that's how we were created, and it was certainly for us a very beneficial relationship. But now, because of all the amazing synergies that we have found that we have between the High Country Women's Fund and Appalachian Women's Fund, and the number of joint projects that we have been working on in the community, by uniting, we will believe we can really bring a much stronger impact in the community. And we have an amazing group of volunteers. We have over close to 1,000 members combined now.
With our combined fund, yes.
That's
for this
wonderful.
wonderful new fund, we have almost 1,000 members and people, women that are going to be helping us bring the message and the programs for the funding in order to make what we have done in the past even better.
Perfect. That is so exciting, guys.
Now, Karen's role in all of this is right out of the gate. We have a brand new executive director. So let Karen tell a little bit about herself.
I'm thrilled, first of all, to be here among all of you and to be the new executive director for this organization. I was so excited to hear that the 2 organizations were merging, because I know that if we unite the 2 organizations, we can do even more good in the community and have even more of an impact. Part of our mission is to be an economic catalyst. It's a philanthropic organization, and we fund many nonprofits, wonderful nonprofits in the region that do so much to make women's and girls' lives better, and I am just thrilled to be a part of it and to see how I can serve.
That is wonderful. So now I know you guys both did 2 different luncheons. So, and these were your primary luncheons. I think it was Vision of Women.
Women of Vision luncheon.
Okay.
And Power of the Purse.
Power of the Purse.
Luncheon, yes. And that will remain for now as one now larger event. We're very excited. We have a venue. Linville
Ridge
Ridge will be the venue this year, where Appalachian Women's Fund had their luncheon last year. And the date is on June the 26th.
Okay.
We are very busy, and we'll be out talking to our friends in the community, our corporate sponsors, our volunteers. It is an opportunity to really come together and celebrate what we do in this community. There are a number of agencies that really count on our support, and we believe that now is the Women's Fund of the Blue Ridge. We certainly can take this to the next level. So anyone that wants to become a part of this luncheon, that wants to volunteer, we welcome you with open arms. There's a lot of busy projects to do, and it's an opportunity to give back to our community as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what made you guys decide to merge together? What was that deciding factor?
I think the most important factor was the need out there, that there are 1,000+ women who are interested in doing every bit as much as they can every year to support the funding for these agencies. And we felt that in joining together, that we would have a greater impact, because we're all passionate, and the women that we serve are people who are also interested in us working together. It just seemed as if it was the right time, the right moment, and the conversation began as we were wrapping up our luncheons last year and looking around and thinking, how can we work together? How can we do what we do and do it better, perhaps? With a stronger force of volunteers and women, that we could actually create something that is the best of both funds by doing this.
Definitely. So it sounds like it was a great merge together.
It has been, and these last few weeks, I have to say, no one has worked harder in this county. I don't care what you do. There are no two harder working people than right there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
been a team effort.
Well, there's your team, and I'm telling you, it has been very, very intense getting all these details outlined. Bylaws, job descriptions, committee descriptions, a new logo, brand new website. All of those things, just have had to come together, and it's been a process. So we're pleased to unveil our new logo here today, and as well a new website. Now you all did not. High Country Women's Fund didn't necessarily have their own office out of which they operated.
We operated under the United Way, and we had our office there and their support and so forth, but now we are in the process of completing our separation from the United Way. With their blessing, their support, they are really strong believers that this is the best. This merge is the best of the community. So it's really been a win-win for all the parties involved.
Right.
But the website is going to be created. It's in the process.
Right.
The Women's Fund of the Blue Ridge. And in there will be ample information on how to get involved, how to contribute, how to become part of this organization. And Karen, of course, as our new executive director, will be out in the community. She will be our face. She will be the voice. And behind her is just a bunch of talented, passionate women, as it was mentioned here by Kay and Kathy, that really care. And that, we can't do this alone. We need the support of the community. We need the volunteer base. But we believe that with this new cohesive new organization, we are certainly poised to make a very important additional impact to the women that we serve, to our mission of helping the women, the girls, and their families in need.
I also want to add that I had a wonderful email exchange with Linda Slade, who's the executive director of the United Way and the fund and what they did. And she is extremely happy with the way in which we've come together and been able to put our efforts into one fund. So we're excited about that.
That is great. Now, how long have you guys been working towards this? Has it been a long process?
We feel like we've given birth.
Yes, precisely about 9 months.
About 9 months. It's not like we gave birth.
We gave birth to a new beautiful child.
Perfect.
Which is an appropriate metaphor for our women's groups, but it's been arduous in terms of intensity of amount of work that needs to be done behind the scenes to get all the legals, the financials, the membership, the database, the websites, the logo, the mission statement. It's been a lot of work, but it has been such fun. We have made 12, 15 new best friends.
Yeah, it really is. It's been truly special how we all have just the compatibility, because we just are very clear that we're all volunteering for a very special mission. And we're at one time or another as women, somebody gave us a hand.
Absolutely.
And most of the time it was another woman. And so, when we are hardcore believers in the mission, wonderful things happen.
They do. The thing that I always come back to is the fact that our membership are made up of women from all walks of life. We have women from students at ASU to a friend of mine who just turned 89. We have 2 women, at least, if not more, in our fund and part of our membership who have received the Governor's Longleaf Pine Award. We have women who are survivors, who have been in domestic violence situations, or who have been homeless and have found through the fund's efforts, both funds' efforts, to come out of that and have wanted to give back. So we are all over the map when it comes to the profile of what it means to be a member of our fund. Any age and any life circumstance
Absolutely.
can contribute and become a part of something that gives back. So that's what's exciting for us.
Something else I feel is an advantage of the 2 funds becoming one, as someone who used to run a nonprofit, the New Opportunity School for Women, that applied for grants from both former organizations, is that these people who are running these service nonprofits work very hard to do their programming, and this will streamline a grant process for them. They'll no longer have to do 2 grant applications, and those are very time consuming, but they'll be able to apply just to one organization for funds and be able to spend more time on their programming and on trying to help the women that will be raising funds to help.
See, that's wonderful. So we're just now in the first part of 2014. It's March. What kind of goals do you guys have as one for the 2014 year?
We have a wonderful outreach committee and a fundraising committee and a events committee that are very busy right now putting out the calendar for the year. But there were certain events that we have both funds, other than the lunch, that we've been very clear that we'll continue to support, i.e. Events related to the Hospitality House, to the Children's Council, to doing bakes at Art in the Park, the Mother's Pop Shop that we do around Mother's Day. So the calendar, that's one of the very first things that's going to be put up in our website. But there's no doubt that our hands will be filled with events all the way through the year. Where we can engage. We have the Back to School Festival. That's another thing that we're very involved in. So we are really like putting together right now a roadmap of events, but without a doubt a significant amount of events that will be able to engage, as Kay say, our membership across from the young to the old to the busy to the one that's looking for to stay busy. So,
Great.
so yeah, we have our work cut out.
Absolutely. So getting back to your luncheon, can people go ahead and order tickets now? Are you selling tickets yet? Are you waiting?
We're waiting till our website is up and running smoothly, and that will be made, an announcement will be made about that. Usually it's through our newsletter, which will be we are now combining that. So it's kind of watch that space as to when the time will come for them to be able to actually purchase tickets, which can usually be done through PayPal or just sending a check.
And this can serve as the official save the date.
Yes.
June 26th.
June 26th.
That it's an event you're really going to want to be at.
Well,
definitely.
Absolutely.
There's some great auction items that are usually available for bids, and we're planning that right now. So we don't want to give away the whole story, but it will be exciting. It'll be colorful, and it'll be united. It'll be the two funds.
And we will welcome all our corporate friends in the community that have throughout the years been so generous in supporting both funds. Now that we are one cohesive fund, we are certainly counting on the continuity of the community, particularly our corporate business friends, to be involved in our wonderful mission.
Definitely. So when it gets closer time, I hope you guys will come back in and talk to us a little bit about this luncheon.
Maybe
Great.
not all of us. we might pare it down a
You may get new faces.
There we go, because June is just around the corner.
It is.
It's
It is.
March, but it'll be here before we know it.
Yes.
So this is amazing news, and thank you guys
We're very
so
excited.
much
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, Karen.
Yes, and good luck with everything.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
We're really excited.
Yes, definitely. So, and we will be right back with more MTN Live in the Mountains.